Hi, Tiffany. Welcome back to my parade. How are you, Tiffany? Oh my God, it's been so long. Where have you been? Huh? I've missed you. Today we have my December wrap up. This video is so late, it's crazy, but we're gonna talk about the books that I read in December. I didn't read that much, and the things that I did read were just okay. I hope you like lukewarm opinions. That's all I have, and I'm so sorry. I know, I'm a terrible booktuber. I'm excited to talk to you about these books nonetheless, because I do have things to say about them. Before we get to that, I just need you to know, Tiffany, that I'm flat-chested. I have small boobs. And like, it's a bit weird to go on the internet and be like, my boobs, whatever. But I'm telling you right now that my boobs are small. But you may also notice, Tiffany, that I'm fat. I'm a bigger sized person. It's a bit weird for me because a lot of the times fat girls have big gazunas. Nobody calls them that. Usually fat women have big boobs, you know? I was not blessed with that, unfortunately. So all I have are my itty bitty titties, okay? But that's where today's sponsor comes in. And I'm telling you, bro, my life has changed. Today's sponsor is Parade. Parade is a clothing and undergarment brand. They're like if Jesus wanted to sell underwear. They're super inclusive. They're super environmentally conscious. The price is a right, and their clothing and underwear is so comfortable. I'm currently wearing their lace bodysuit, which I'm sorry, literally looks stunning on me. I know how to pull off like a good lace, a good mesh kind of moment, but I'm also wearing their Replay triangle bralette. Bras for me have always kind of been like a no thank you. To be 100% honest, I have not worn bras in like years. I was like, my boobs are so small. What am I trying to keep in? Parade sent me a few things to try, and this bralette has been on and has not been taken off. Okay, that's kind of gross. It's been taken off. I'm not like a weirdo. I wear it every single day, bro, because it's so comfortable. I feel calm. I feel collected. First of all, Tiffany, let me tell you about the fabric. Let me tell you about the feeling. She's silky. She's soft. She's elastic. The stretch is crazy, bro. It literally feels like I'm wearing nothing on my tatas. And the way that it fits is gorgeous. It has like straps, but the straps aren't like too skinny, but they're also like not too thick either. And then the actual cuppage, she's covered, but in like a very like sexy kind of modest way, like in a God-fearing way, if I was God-fearing. And then this bodysuit, bro, I feel like Britney Spears in the Toxic music video. Do you know what I mean? I love a bodysuit. I love mesh. I love lace. It also comes in 2 other colors, and I really almost got the red, but then I was like, no. Get the black because black is what I'm used to. I literally regret nothing. The lace is gorgeous. The print is gorgeous. A lot of the times things like this can kind of get like a little bit itchy. Do you know what I mean? There is no itch. It has like a low cut back. The front, she's modest. She's a Christian woman. The back, she's for the streets. Okay, Tiffany? I'm obsessed with the bralettes. I literally have it in 2 colors. I want to have it in all the colors now. And this bodysuit is literally gorgeous. Parade was like, Jordaline, what if you literally gave everybody a reason to wear the most gorgeous, beautiful underwear and apparel? And I was like, Parade, that's crazy, but I would like love to do that. They gave us a little linky link and a little cody code, okay? If you use the link yourparade.com/reads30 and then use code reads30 at checkout, you can get 30% off site-wide, dude, except for like their clearance stuff, but you know what I mean. Check out the link in my description and get 30% off site-wide using my code reads30. Try the bralettes, feel that silky smooth fabric against your skin, and like literally live your fantasy. Once again, check out the link in my description, yourparade.com/reads30, and then use reads30 at checkout to get 30% off site-wide. I'm telling you, Tiffany, you're welcome. You will thank me. I have been waiting and wanting a comfortable like bralette situation, and I think this is it. Thank you so much to Parade for sponsoring this video. In case you're new, Tiffany, to my wrap-ups, how it works is we talk about the books from my least favorite to my most favorite. Da-ding, ba-bing, ba-boom. Let's get started. My least favorite books, because it's 2 of December, were these, unfortunately, plus the first book, which I do not know where it is. I cannot find it. But unfortunately, Tiffany was like not a huge fan. I did read all three books in 3 days. I binged them, but like not even just because like I was interested, but because I just like wanted to get it over with. But the first book is Captive Prince, and then we have Princess Gambit, and then King's Rising. I did also get these from Alphabet Soup, which I really truly thought I would love these because I loved Dark Rise so much, and because it's literally like gay. But why did I not care? Now, in case you don't know, Tiffany, these are about this guy named Damon and Laurent. Damon is sold into slavery by his family and sold to Laurent, and he becomes his slave. And it's basically about them falling in love and like also getting their kingdoms back or whatever. It's very political, which personally, me, I'm not a huge fan of. At least with this, I wasn't. The first book honestly had like the least amount of like political stuff, and I liked that one the most. But the second book and the third book, it really felt as though the politics plot was the main point of the books, and the romance was kind of like on the back burner, and I kind of wanted the romance to be on the front burner. I also wasn't 100% comfortable with the way that like slavery was talked about in the books. Like slavery is such a huge part of these books, but the conversation around slavery is minimal at best. And finally, I wasn't really buying that Laurent was like the best person. Like, I get it. He's like closed off, kind of person where you only see the real him in glimpses. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't like 100% on his character, on whether or not he deserved Damon, just because of all the shitty things he did. So I don't know. The series as a whole is probably a 2.5 star for me. The first book was the best one. The second book was my least favorite. And then the third book was my second favorite. The second book, bro, why are we here? Why are we here? It was so much political shit. And honestly, kind of a slog to get through, if I'm being honest. And I hate saying that because I was so excited for these. I was so excited, Tiffany. And they let me down. Let me know your opinions in the comments down below if you love this series, because I know that like a lot of people do. I know a lot of people love these books. And like, I get it. Parts of me gets it. But then the other part of me is like, for why? I guess if you don't mind like the politics and like that kind of thing, that's fine. But me personally, I wasn't buying it. Next, let's talk about a manhwa. This is Cherry Blossoms After Winter. I didn't know that they were releasing this in English, and when I saw it, bro, I was so excited. The manhwa was good. I'm gonna keep reading it. There were certain things, and I don't know if it was like a translation issue or what, but like there were certain like things of dialogue where I was like, no one talks like that. And it would like pull me out of the story. Anyway, let me tell you what it's about before I get into my like review. This is about a guy named Haybom. This guy, his parents died when he was really young. His mother's best friend took him in and like raised her as her own, but she already had a son whose name is Taesung. They've been living together for years. Haebom and Taesung, they're like stepbrothers, but they're not really like close. They don't really talk until in their last year of high school, they're put into the same class together. Things change from there. I really, really loved the drama. And this I think was just fine. For like a starting point, it's like whatever. It's also like very, very short. So there's not a lot of content. And like I mentioned, some of the dialogue is like cringe and just like weird. I can't even think of like an example. Either way, it's fine. I enjoyed it. I would recommend it. Also, in case anyone's confused, this is like a BL manhwa. I will say the art is really, really cute. This guy is the stepbrother. I'm so conflicted. I don't know what book to put next. Next, let's talk about Lonely Castle in the Mirror. This is by Mizuki Sujimura, and this is translated by Philip Gabriel. Look at this cover, Tiffany. I have been wanting to read this for so long, and I think only recently the audiobook came out for it. So I finally read it. I listened to the audiobook, and this was really fun and kind of sad and a little bit cute as well. This is about this girl whose name is Kokoro. Kokoro doesn't go to school anymore because she had this incident with her classmates of like bullying. She like refuses to go to school, and her parents are trying to help her. They're trying to be like understanding, but she also hasn't told them like why she's not going to school anymore. So they don't know about the bullying thing. But one day Kokoro's at home and she sees that her mirror in her room is like glowing. When she goes towards it, she's pulled into another world that's like this castle, and there's this like fox masked girl, a girl wearing a fox mask being like, hey, along with Kokoro, there's like a bunch of other kids who are there as well who also aren't going to school. The fox mask girl is like, hey, if you guys can find this like key thing, I'll like grant you guys like any wish that you want. So the book is just about Kokoro, these kids, this castle. It's less about them getting their wish and more about them talking about their trauma, talking about why they don't go to school, talking about their lives, trying to like also solve this thing of like, who is this mask wearing girl? What's this castle thing? What the hell's going on? Like that kind of thing. I genuinely think that this is the kind of book that would be so easy to like fly through. Like it'd be so easy to just like sit down and read it in one sitting. Reading it, I really felt for Kokoro and the kids in the castle. It does talk about this sense of fear with like other people. It has a very like agoraphobic kind of vibe. Like Kokoro herself is this like teenage girl, but she's like afraid to leave her house from this one incident. So this is definitely more character driven than it is like plot driven, but that's not to say that the plot isn't interesting, because it is interesting to see Kokoro's change from like the beginning where she's like, I don't want to go to school, I'm avoiding it, blah, blah, blah. But she's also like worried about her parents, to like who she becomes at the end of the novel. Along with like all of the other people in the castle are super fucking interesting. Like I said, it's kind of sad because it's like all of these like kids who just don't belong. They don't fit. Oh. This is definitely a cute book though. It's cute, it's sad, and I believe it's like super, super popular in Japan. Prize-winning Japanese #1 bestseller. There's also a manga for it, which I saw at the bookstore like a few weeks ago. I might honestly pick up the manga as well. But this is definitely worth your time. I would read it if you're interested, because I do think it's a lot of fun. And Kokoro as a main character is just a little cinnamon bun. Maybe I should have put this book before Lonely Castle. I have Cuckoo by Gretchen Felker Martin. Listen, Tiffany, this book was going to be 5 out of 5. It was going to be my holy grail. It was going to be like my gay Bible. But then Gretchen kind of fucked me. She wasn't the vibe. I wasn't feeling it. In case you don't know, this is about a group of people, young adults. They're all sent to a conversion camp. Some of them are gay, some of them are trans, etc. Camp Resolution, with this like huge 6'6" dude as like the camp leader. He's like really creepy. He gives me the vibe of like the uncle who like touches kids. You know what I mean? Like he gives that vibe. They're sent to this camp, and there's something at the camp who is taking the gay kids and replacing them with like monsters, but like monsters that like look like the kids. It tells the story of the kids when they go to the camp, and then also it tells the story of like, I think 16 years later when they're adults, they have to go back to finish the job. It's basically it, but if it was like super gay. Things I liked about this book, things I loved. The first half, the part where they're like teenagers, was beautiful, gorgeous, stunning. I read it physically also. I could not put the book down. I was like engrossed. It was gruesome and horrifying and sad and like, bro, it was just, it was perfect to me, okay? Reading it, I was like, this is going on my best of horror 2024. Like, this is maybe the best book of the year. I loved it so fucking much, dude. The character development, Gretchen so perfectly put how these teenagers felt on the page, that and so much that you could like feel it. Like it was like a raw human emotion right there on the page, and it was transferred directly to you, skin to fucking skin, bro. It's so good. And then the adult part happened, and she lost me. She lost me, bro, completely. I could not get on board. And like, that's the thing too. I don't even know what it was about. I don't even know why I was just like instantly like, I hate this. Maybe it's because like the teenager plot is like literally 80% of the book, 75% of the book, and then the last like 25% is them as adults. Like the most of the book is them as teenagers, and then it just switches to like 16 years later. I don't think there was enough development for the adult half. Like I genuinely think that it could have just been like the kids, and then they defeat the thing or whatever. But instead there was like a time jump, and I don't know. I didn't like it. Let me know in the comments if you also didn't like it, or if you did, let me know why. I was so on board. It was like I said, it was my gay Bible, and then I just lost it. I think now I'd probably give it like a 3.5, maybe a 4. I really, really, really loved the first half because it's beautifully written. Second of all, it's so, like, it's compelling. These people, these kids, these teenagers, and their struggles with their, like, not only with their identity, but with their queerness. Gorgeous, stunning, beautiful. The relationships, the drama, I was there for it. And then as they're adults, I'm like, you're fucking like 30, get it together. It's cute when you're a teenager. When you're an adult, I'm like, I judge you. Who am I to talk though, honestly? But also what I will mention, there's like a huge emphasis on like fat phobia in the book. Like the fat characters are obscenely fat. I couldn't decipher if it was reflection of the time set in like 1995, where it's like 1995, you know, everybody fucking hates fat people, you know, heroin chic is in, etc. Or if it was like Gretchen and like some weird thing where she has to like talk about fat people, like there's so much mention of people's fat. Fat people are everywhere in the book. It's crazy. If you know, you know. If you've read it, you know what I'm talking about. There was so many mentions of like fatness, and very rarely was it seen as like a positive thing or even a neutral thing. It was mostly negative. But again, that could have just been like her sort of supplanting like, it's 1995. People are shitty to fat people. But I think it was also in like the present timeline. Either way, I loved this and then I didn't. And I'm sorry, Gretchen. But I am really excited to read Manhunt now because like now that I've had a taste of Gretchen's writing, oh, bro. Gretchen, if you ever want to choke me, maybe spit in my mouth, please do it. I want you to. Her writing, bro, is absolutely stunning. Let's talk about Strange and Stubborn Endurance. This is by Foz Meadows. I've already talked about this a few times, I think, because, you know, I read it like almost 2 months ago now, but this is about this dude named Velison. Velison is going back home to see his father because his father is like, Sonny boy, my boy, I want to talk to you. So he goes to see his father and his father is like, good news, my dude, you're gonna get married to a woman. Isn't that great? And Velison is like, in his head, I'm for the men. I'm for the dudes. I play for the same team. I don't play for the girly pops. But he tells his father, for you, papa, for you, daddy, I would do anything. So he's like, yeah, I'll marry this bitch. And then Velison is assaulted sexually. He's like R-worded by his ex-boyfriend. And they're found in a compromising position. What makes it worse is like the people who represent the woman he's gonna marry are the people who find him with his ex-boyfriend. Literally, double homicide, bro. He's traumatized, right? Because then also his father is like, you're gay? Bro, ew. That's like literally gross. We hate gay people. And so Velison is like, literally nothing can go my way. My life is a fucking nightmare. But then the people who represent his future bride are like, hey, you like dudes. Why don't you just marry her brother? So Velison, even though he's literally being cast off from his father, goes and gets married to this dude for like a political marriage thing. This book might have healed my trauma. This book is so much about like healing, like loving yourself and like being confident. Then it's also about romance. Bro, Velison and Cathari, who is the dude that he marries, are my Roman Empire. I love them so much. They're so fucking cute together. Cathari is like a baby girl top. Cathari is like the kind of like top who's like really, really caring, really, really cute, really, really considerate. Like at one point, Velison is afraid that Cathari, like this is like right after he gets there, he's like afraid that Cathari is gonna like R-word him because they're now like married and they have to like consummate their marriage. Fucking Cathari is like, holy shit, there's no fucking way I'd rape you. That's crazy. That's never gonna happen, bro. Which is like, you know, the bar is in hell. The fact that he even had to say that, that's crazy. But bro, that scene, and like so many other scenes like it, so cute, so beautiful, bro. I love it. I love it so much. And I'm so excited to read the second book. Oh my God. If you have not read this, you need to, because this is so underrated. No one talks about it. People don't talk about it enough, bro. These two angels deserve it. They deserve it. And then also Foz Meadow and their writing literally stab me. Gag me with a spoon, dude. It's so beautiful. I didn't expect this to be my favorite of the month, but here we are. That is Breeze Spells and Bridegrooms. First of all, look at this cover. Look how pretty that is. I bought it for the cover because I was like, wait a minute, that's like a cute, tiny, chubby man and like a tall, like slender, fae guy. What more would I ever need? This is also gay fantasy. This is about this guy, Roger, and this guy named Wyndham. They are like childhood friends, but sans the friends. They hate each other, like really hate each other. Really, honestly, it's Wyndham who hates Roger. Roger's kind of just like, you don't like me, so I don't fuck with you kind of vibe. Wyndham is very much the vibe of like snooty, kind of like shitty, shitty douchebag vibe, right? It's a little bit of like a bully romance, but like not so much with the bullying. Like it's very mild. I might not honestly know what bully romance means, but anyway. But they end up having to work together on this like project. As they work together, they find that they don't hate each other as much as they thought they did. And for Wyndham, he might honestly be catching feelings for this like bumbling human guy. Maybe they fall in love. This is so cute, so beautiful, so stunning. The writing I would say is like whatever. I wouldn't go into this thinking like I'm gonna read this for the writing. No, you read this because it's cute and because the characters are just like gorgeous little angels. The character development that Wyndham goes through is stunning. Honestly, Tiffany, as I was reading this, I would make myself a cup of tea. I would sip my tea and I would listen to the audiobook, which also was done beautifully. The dude would do like a British accent for Wyndham. Stunning. I'd have like a little cup of tea, maybe like a little snack, and I would feel so fucking fancy. I don't know why. I just felt fancy. It's so cute, bro. And honestly, that's probably why it's my favorite of the month, is because of how absolutely stinking adorable it was. Like it was so cute that it gave me like cuteness aggression. Do you know what I mean? The relationship between these two, the way it flourishes, the way also that this book sets up the second book, and I'm so excited to read the second book. I can't wait. I'm honestly not even like a Bridgerton kind of girly, but I loved this. I thought it was really, really fun and really, really cute and also kind of sexy. Honestly, I also love like fat representation, and Roger. Anyway, I love it. You need to read it. Tiffany, my friends, my family, my familia. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much also to Parade for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to check out the link in my description and to use code READS30 to get 30% off. Let me know down below if you've read any of these books, what you thought of them. Let me know what you think of Cuckoo. Please, I'm begging you. I need to know. I need somebody to validate how I'm feeling about it. But also don't forget to hit subscribe, because we talk about spooky shit, we talk about creepy shit, we talk about breeze spells and bridegrooms and shit. Thank you so much, Tiffany. I hope you have a wonderful day. I will see you in my next video, okay? Bye. See you later. Goodbye. Have a good night. Have a good day. Goodbye. See you.